Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Now, if you grew up with camcorders around you, then you are gonna love this Sony CX405. This is simple, easy to use, super fun, and the ergonomics are great because you can pretty much record one-handed. And on top of that, this is super light and you can take it anywhere with you. Now let's deep dive and look at this camcorder. Okay, so let's start by looking at the outside of the camera. Now, you have a built-in lens cover here, which you have to remember to open when you're using the camera. This means I do not lose my lens caps or lens covers like I always do. I always tend to kind of misplace mine. On the bottom here, below the strap, you have a mini USB cable to connect, transfer images, whatnot. You have a strap here, which you can adjust to the size of your hand. And cleverly, this is very clever here. You've got the charging cable hidden here, which is very cleverly done, I feel. You can stick that back in there. On top, you have the zoom rocker, whether you want to go wide or telephoto, depending on which side or what you want to zoom in or zoom out. And you've got a photo button here. There's a photo button if you want to take a picture. And at the back, you have the record button. Start, you press it to start recording and you press it again to stop recording. And if we look at the bottom, we've got a screw mount here for mounting it onto a tripod. And at the back, you've got the battery compartment. We open that. That is where the battery goes. Now there's a hidden compartment here, which you can open and store a spare battery, which is very, very clever. Now to open that, you'll need to open the screw there and kind of remove the whole thing and remove that lid there to be able to put your additional battery in there, which will easily give you about 2 hours. Now, this is the battery this camera uses. These are the older Sony batteries or the smaller ones. It is the NP-BX1. You can find them in the Sony ZV-1 series or in the RX100 series. They're not the best batteries for the other cameras, but on this camera, because it's very simple, it tends to last, gives me almost an hour, although this is an older battery. Now let's look inside. And firstly, what I'm going to do, I always remember, or you always have to remember, is to make sure you open the lens cover. So the lens cover is open. Now, as soon as you open the LCD, the camera turns on. And if your lens cover wasn't open, you'd get a notification saying the lens cover isn't open. Now, this is a joystick, joypad, whatever it's called, can't remember. But when you press that, it goes into menu. You have various different options here, like shooting mode, camera, mic, image quality, playback function, edit, setup. I'm not going to go into that today really, but just to show you that this is what the menu offers. Press it again and goes out into the camera mode again. Now you have a playback button at the bottom here. You can press that to view all the clips or images you've taken. Press it again to get out. And to maneuver around, this joystick, joypad is the only thing you have, as this is a fairly old camera and there is no touchscreen on this, which is a nice relief actually. It's great to not be able to touch the screen and accidentally change something. Now, if you look on the side here, you have a little compartment and the USB stick goes in there, or the SD card. This is actually, sorry, I meant SD card. This is the micro SD card. So I've got a 128 GB micro SD card in there. So that's where the micro SD card goes. And you also have a mini HDMI out here in case you want to connect this to your TV and watch the clips like we used to do or people used to do back in the days. And that's about it. And when you finished using it or to turn it off, all you need to do is close that. Close the LCD. That's about it. And when you store it, make sure you close the lens cover as well. And it's very, very simple. And that is all there is to this camera. Now, the 60 times zoom on this camera is so much fun that you will end up using it a lot. And on top of that, the zoom rocker here really helps because it makes zooming so much simpler and smoother. Also, the image stabilization on this camcorder is fairly good because it is made to be used while you are moving around. Now, I also did some testing, audio testing, vlog style, to show you what it sounds like, what the audio quality of this camera sounds like indoors and outdoors. Let me show you. So this is me doing an internal test of the audio on this camera. I guess you could technically use it to vlog, but doing a quick internal test of the audio. And now I am doing an audio test on a super sunny day. Sun's right above me there, too much sun. So doing an audio test on a super sunny day here. I have always grown up around camcorders and I have always loved them. Now, maybe it's a nostalgic feeling as well because I grew up during that era, but I would recommend a camcorder to anyone who has not tried using one because it's so much fun and you pretty much only need to use one hand as opposed to probably even your phone where you might use both hands to record. And also you might say, why not use a phone? Yes, I could use my phone and I do use my phone at times, but what I find is there's a lot going on in the phone. And the last thing I want is messages to pop up or my phone to ring while I'm recording something. Now, this just keeps things very, very simple. The image quality isn't great. It's good as you saw in the video, but it's not 4K, 6K, 8K, or you cannot compare this to modern cameras. But if you are looking for a vintage feel or have a nostalgic feeling, you just want to capture great memories, then this camcorder is definitely for you. So to conclude, I would say if you are looking for a simple camcorder that brings so much fun to video recording or capturing video, then this Sony CX405 is a great option. I bought this for $100 or just under $100. You should be able to get this in the used market fairly cheap. And best thing is also the battery lasts quite a long time. Although it's the same battery that I use on some of my other point and shoot cameras, on this particular camera, it lasts a very, very long time. So there you have it. That is my opinion. It's up to you whether you want to get a camcorder or not. But if you just want to get started, then this is a great starting point without you spending too much money. Once again, thank you for watching today's video and hope to see you all again in 2 weeks' time. Thank you.